Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see the new chapter sets. In the SSC the second chapter is the sets, wherein in other boards CBSE and ICSE the sets chapter was introduced in 11th class. But for our Telangana and Andhra Pradesh states the set theory introduced in the 10th class itself. It is the most easiest and important chapter for your board examination. Not only for board examination, it is also useful for your all the competitive examinations. So like the first chapter, how we did the first chapter, same way let us learn the second chapter also. First let us list out what are all the concepts available in the chapter, and each and every chapter let us explain in detail in the different videos. Okay, so now in the second chapter sets we are having, this is the second chapter. First let us list out all the concepts. The concepts which are available in the second chapter is the first concept is introduction to sets. So introduction to sets. In this we are going to introduce what is a set and how we represent a set and what are the elements called in the set. Okay, how we denote elements in the set and what is the bracket which we use to denote a set. Everything let us discuss in the introduction to sets. And the second concept which we are having is roster form and set builder form. So set can be represented in roster form and also set builder form. This detail we will explain in the second concept video. And the third one is we are having different types of sets, like we are having null set, we are having universal set, we are having subset, superset, infinite set, finite set, and also disjoint sets, equal sets. These are all the different types of sets, so which we are going to learn in the types of sets video. And the next Venn diagram, which is the most important for the sets, because this is a representation of sets in diagram forms. So we will use Venn diagrams to represent a set, and also we will do some problems based on the Venn diagram. And the next fifth one is operations of sets. Like algebraic operation which we are having is plus, minus, into and divide. Same way sets also having some operations like union, intersection, difference. These are all the basic operations of the sets which we are going to learn in the operations of sets. And the last one we are having is cardinal number of sets. So cardinal number of sets is nothing but the number of elements present in the set is called cardinal number of sets. So let us do the problems related to cardinal numbers, and some problems related to cardinal number. So the sets is the most easiest chapter from your 10th class. So the 4-mark question can be expected from operations of the sets. So definitely 4-mark question come from the operations of sets using Venn diagrams, either union, difference or intersection. So this is about basic concepts available for the sets in the 10th class. Let us see now detail about each and every concept. So the first concept which we are going to learn is introduction of sets. In this, what is set and how we denote the sets, let us see. Okay, so now let us see the definition of set. So in the definition of set, what is the definition? A set is a collection of well-defined objects or things. What is set? Set is a collection of well-defined objects or things. So well-defined means what? If you observe the definition, a set is a collection. Collection means writing together or putting together or some bunch is called collection. This you know. Collection of objects. Which type of objects? That is well-defined objects. Collection of well-defined objects is called a set. And we will represent this set in the base bracket form. We will write the elements in the base bracket form. This is the symbol for set. So symbol of set This bracket we will call it as brace bracket. So we will represent any elements of the sets in the open brace and closed brace. Suppose if I write any elements like this, say any 5 numbers, then what type of numbers I will write? Any numbers I can write? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So is it well defined? What I said is any 5 numbers. Any 5 numbers is a well defined or not. So if you observe, any 5 numbers means if I am writing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but others can write any other numbers. You can write 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and other can write 100, 200, 500, that also numbers, right? So there is no specific condition given for this, right? So if everyone is writing the same, if everyone could able to write the same, then that is a well defined set. So in this case, if I am writing any 5 numbers, this is not a well defined. This is not a well defined because every student can write different numbers, right? So it is not a set at all because it is a not well defined. So now we are going to understand what is a well defined now. Suppose if I ask one more set, write the 10 best cricketers, the best 10 cricketers. So whether is there any definition for this? Is it well defined? Because best cricketers may be vary in different persons. Suppose you can write some Sachin Tendulkar and some all, and others can write Virat Kohli and all. But the 10 definitely will be differ. Whether all the class members can be written same 10 numbers? No, it is not possible. So the 10 best cricketers is also a not well defined set. Not a well defined set. Or else once suppose from your class I am asking you, write any 2 intelligent students. So whether everyone will write same? Because some your perspective 2 may be intelligent, and for their perspective 2 other may be the intelligent. So the intelligence we cannot define. So this is also not well defined set. So any two intelligent students is also not defined. Suppose I ask you to write any 5 prime numbers. Any 5 prime numbers. Whether all of you will write same? No, right? So well defined means if I ask you any question, if everyone is writing the same elements, then that is a well defined set. Suppose I ask you to write first 5 natural numbers. First 5 natural numbers. Whether everyone will write the same? Yes. Everyone will write the set elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First 5 natural numbers. Suppose if I ask you, write any first 5 prime numbers. Write first 5 prime numbers. Then every one of your class will write the same, that is 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11. Right? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. So this is about the well defined. In fact, let us take some more examples. Question is now the first 5 whole numbers. Whether it is a well defined? Yes, because everyone will write the same first 5 whole numbers. That is, you can write as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone in the world can write only this answer, no other answer will come. So this is called set. Otherwise it is not called as a set. Suppose in other than this, the first 5 whole numbers, if I ask you to write any 5 whole numbers, then whether everyone in the world write the same? No. So this is not a set, but this is a set, because the elements in the set are well defined, wherein in this elements are set are not well defined. Okay, let us take one more example. Suppose if I ask you to write the prime numbers below 10. The prime numbers is below 10, whether it is a well defined or not. Well defined is nothing but everyone in the world should write the same answer. Then only the elements are called well defined elements or well defined object. So the prime numbers below 10 in the world, anyone will write the same. The elements are 2, 3, 5, 7. Only this one will write. So is this a set? Yes, the objects in the elements are well defined, so this is called a set. Right? Now you understand what is a well defined and what is a not well defined. So well defined is nothing but if everyone could able to write the same answer, then that is a well defined, otherwise it is a not well defined. If the elements are well defined, then only that is called a set, otherwise it is not a set. Suppose the question they may be asked whether which one below is a set, whether the given are set or not. How we will decide whether given is a set or not? Based on the well defined. Right? In the textbook, in the 2.1 exercise, the first bit is given whether this is a set or not. Now you understand whether the given statement is a set or not. You can easily do it. Suppose my question is that the set of top 10 colleges or top 10 universities in India. Top 10 universities in India. But how we denote the top 10 universities? We cannot define. So it is also not a well defined, or in fact it is not a set. Okay, so this is the introduction of sets. In this, a set is a collection of well defined objects. So now you understand what is a well defined, right? So set, the symbol of set is open brace and close brace. Now what is the elements of the sets? So now the objects present in the set is called elements. The objects present in a set is called elements. So henceforth we'll write the objects as elements of sets. Suppose if I write A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 are called elements, right? So suppose if I write like this, n means what? Natural numbers, set of a natural numbers. N is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4 up to so on. What do we call this? This is a set of natural numbers. Set of all natural numbers is this. Suppose if I write W, this is what? Set of all whole numbers. If I take Z, Z is nothing but set of all up to so on, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. This is up to so on. Set of integers. So these are different sets. We know this, but in this sets chapter we are going to use all this. So this is called brace bracket, and the objects 1, 2, 3, 4 are called elements, and this is a set of a natural number, and we are denoting it by CNWZ. That means every set is denoted by capital letters. Every set we are naming of the set by capital letters. and also the elements in the sets separated by comma. Elements of the sets separated by comma, and the naming of the sets always a capital letter. So now let us write the next point. The name of letters is always with capital letters. The name of the letters is always with capital letters. So we will name every set with the capital letters. And the elements in the set are separated by comma. The next one is the elements in a set are separated by comma. Separated by comma. So the differentiation of every set is every element with the comma. So the example, if I take, just now we written A is equal to A, E, I, O, U. This is what? The set of English vowels. The set of English vowels are A is equal to A, E, I, O, U. Here the capital A is the name of this set. Name of the set we represented with capital A. We can take any alphabets, A, B, C, X, Y, whatever it is. So A is equal to A, E, I, O, U, and we are separated the elements with comma. We have separated elements with comma, and we have written the elements into brace brackets. Two brace brackets. So you learn how to write the brace brackets. So this is the writing the brace bracket. So left side open and right side close. Open brace and close brace. So the elements of the any set we should write under the brace bracket only. Okay. So this is the next point. And one more thing, whether the order is important, order is immaterial. Order of the elements are immaterial. That means instead of writing A, E, I, O, U, I can write E, I, O, A, U like this. This also, so whether all the alphabets English vowels have come? Yes, there are A, E, I, O, U. That means the next point what I can write is the order of elements is not mandatory or immaterial. The order of elements. The order of elements in a set are immaterial. Immaterial or not important, or you can say not important. That means we can write any order, whatever the order we like, the order we can write, but every element should be written. So this is about the basic introduction of the sets. So what is a set? A set is a collection of well-defined objects. The collection of well-defined objects is called a set. Well-defined means there should be proper definition to that statement, or else the every one of the world should write the same objects. Then that is called well-defined object. Okay. So the objects are called elements of a set. The objects are called elements of a set. Always the elements we will write in the brace bracket, and the name of the set we will denote it with capital letters, and the elements are separated by comma, and the order of the elements are not matter or immaterial. Okay. So this is about basic introduction of the sets. Now let us see the belongs to and does not belongs to. What is the symbol for belongs to and does not belongs to? This is the symbol, in fact, epsilon. This is the symbol of epsilon. in the Greek alphabets we are having like alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon. These are all the Greek alphabets. Generally we'll take this is for A, this is for B, this is for C, this is for D, like that. Here in this chapter we will use this epsilon. So instead of saying epsilon, I'll say this symbol we will use for belongs to. This is the symbol I'll use for belongs to. And this is the symbol if not belongs to, write E and cut it. This will be does not belongs to. So this symbol we will use for belongs to, and this symbol we will use for does not belongs to. Let us see one example. Suppose I am having a set, which is a previous example. If I take A is equal to A, E, I, O, U is a set. So what are the elements? Elements are vowels of English alphabets. Now how to use the belongs to and does not belongs to with this? Suppose if I want to write A is a element, A is a element present in set capital A. A is a element present in set capital A. So for this big statement I can simply write A belongs to A. A belongs to A is nothing but A is a element present in set A. Small a is an element present in capital A. Simply I can write A belongs to A. So how I will read it as A belongs to capital A. Suppose B is not in this set, C is also not in this set. So suppose if I take B is not present in set A, whether B element is in this set A? No. So in this case, to represent this, simply I will write B does not belongs to A. What does it mean? How I will read it as? How I will read is B does not belongs to capital A. B does not belongs to capital A. So this is A belongs to A and B belongs to A, or B does not belongs to A. Suppose we are having the sets like this. We know the natural number set. What is the natural number set? N is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 up to so on. This is the natural number set. So from this, suppose whether 3 is a belongs to set or does not belongs to set. This symbol I can write here, whether 3 is a present in the set N or not. It is a present, so I will write 3 belongs to N. Same way minus 3N, whether minus N is present in capital N? No, simply I can write does not belongs to. If I write 0 and N, whether 0 is a present in capital N? No. So 0 is a whole number, 0 does not belongs to N, or else you can write 0 belongs to W. Is a whole number, right? So this is about the symbol belongs to and does not belongs to, which we are going to use in the set chapter. So as of now we learn what are all the concepts available in the sets. In the next one we have learned introduction of sets, the basic definition of set. What is the set definition? The collection of well-defined object is called set. Collection of well-defined objects is called set. And the objects of the set is called elements of a set. The objects of set is called, henceforth we will say, elements of a set. If you see this A, E, I, O, U, this A, E, I, O, U are called elements of set A. A, E, I, O, U are called elements of set A. Here if you observe 1, 2, 3, 4 up to so on, all are called elements of capital N, are set of natural numbers. And next, the every element in the set are separated by comma. every element of set separated by comma, and the capital letters we denote the set name of the set. Generally we denote it capital A. Suppose A is equal to this. Suppose if I want to write some B is equal to 1 2 3 4 is a one more set. A is a one set, B is a one more set. Suppose if I ask whether 1 belongs to B, yes. Whether 5 belongs to B, no, 5 does not belongs to B. So this is about writing the symbol belongs to and does not belongs to. And this symbol we have taken from Greek alphabet epsilon. Okay, so this is about basic introduction of sets. Using this you can do 2.1 exercise, problem of 1 2 3 4. 4 problems you can do based on the concept which I have explained today. In the next video we are going to explain what is a roster form, what is a set builder form, which is the most important. Okay, so in the next video we are going to see how to write a set in roster form and how to write a set in set builder form. Okay, thank you.